After such a long journey, Supreme Calamitas was proud of Raiden's accomplishments and eager to regain her power and have someone she can trust and rely on ruling at her side. With the Eye of Extinction in hand, Raiden began the summoning ritual. As Supreme Calamitas regained her physical form, she watched in disbelief as Raiden unsheathed the powerful Celestus with a look in his face that confirmed his intent to betray her. And in an instant, everything changed, and the fight began between these two forces of darkness, where only one could be left standing. Welcome back, this is Rito here with another Terraria Calamity Let's Play episode. We are playing as a rogue class on death mode, and last episode we defeated Yaren the jungle dragon. So let's start off by going underground and finding a bunch of Auric ore, and then we can start doing a ton of really awesome upgrades. The goal for this episode is to defeat Supreme Calamitas, which is pretty crazy. It feels like we've just started this series and we're already to Supreme Calamitas. But it's going to be a really fun fight and quite difficult. They've actually made Supreme Calamitas more difficult over the last few months, in my opinion. They've nerfed the Draconic Elixir, and they've done a lot of things to make that fight a lot more difficult. So I think it will be a fun, challenging thing to do. I love how big these clumps can get of Auric ore. Like, look at this one right here. That's got to be like 200 blocks of Auric ore. Let's see. That's 193 blocks. And with Vein Miner, it's so satisfying. You can get it so quickly. Yeah, look at that. And we've got another one right here, like another 200 blocks. This is so cool. I really should have switched to a different pair of wings, because these wings right here don't give me lava protection. Ooh, an armored digger? I've literally never seen an armored digger. They're like a rare enemy spawn in the underground. Mining underground like this makes me excited to be at the start of another playthrough. Just mining around, looking for ore. It's always such a fun part of a playthrough. And for those who don't know, we're actually going to be doing the Mod of Redemption as a Druid class next. So there will be more details about that soon, so be sure to keep a lookout for those videos. So we've got 1,395 Auric ore, so let's head back to base. I think that's plenty. And now we can craft a whole bunch of awesome stuff. One thing I did want to talk about really quickly before we do that, though, is that I got the community in between episodes. It's a drop from Leviathan, and now that we've got such good items, we can basically instantly kill Leviathan. So all I needed to do was activate Armageddon, and it just takes a little while to farm it up. Let's go ahead and start crafting some Orc Tesla bars. So these are pretty intensive. I've actually been preparing these items beforehand. Like, I crafted a ton of life alloy, converted a bunch of our cores into cores of Calamity and all that stuff. So we basically just need to combine all of these endgame materials and the Yaren Soul Fragment, of course, and that's the most important because that's the limiting factor. All of these we can get in abundance, but we do need to fight Yaren probably once or twice more in order to get enough Yaren Soul Fragments. But let's go ahead and craft as many Auric Tesla bars as we can. So we've got 46. Well, I think we actually have enough to craft a full Auric Tesla armor set. So we've got everything for the body armor, so let's do that. And we've got everything for the helmet. Perfect. The only thing we're missing for the legs is this flying carpet. But this guy right here will sell that. That's just 30 gold. So that's pretty easy. So now with the flying carpet, we can craft the Auric Tesla legs. And we've still got 4 Auric Tesla bars left. Ooh, we actually have just enough to craft the Celestus. The Elemental Disc, Alpha Virus, Molten Amputator, the Frost Crush Volari, and the Enchanted Axe, and 4 Auric Tesla bars, so that is perfect. Let's go ahead and craft that right now. This is such a good rogue weapon. I think it's the best weapon we can get at this tier. And look how cool that looks on our back. It's so huge. And look at that. It's such a cool boomerang. So now let's go ahead and put on our Auric Tesla armor. And this is the best armor in the game, in my opinion. It combines all of the set bonuses of the Tarragon armor, the Blood Flare armor, Godslayer, and Silva. Something that people had mentioned is that we can actually buy these dragon scales. So this is a pretty cool accessory. It says that rogue projectiles create slow fireballs as they travel, and stealth strikes create infernados on death. So you can see all of these fireball effects. Those are pretty sweet. And let's see if we can see what the stealth attack does. Oh my gosh, look at that. It does an infernado. That is so cool. It's really cool, but it doesn't look like it adds that much damage because we're still doing about 400,000 with the fireballs and without them. So I don't know about using the dragon scales. I think it's more oriented towards a stealth build. I feel like that's where it excels. And I don't really use stealth that much, but it's definitely a really cool accessory to have. And there's also a few suggestions people have made in the comments. The first is to remove the Heart of the Elements because at this point in the game, it's just really not measuring up. And we can replace it with the Community. I think that's going to give us better buffs. And then the other thing is to remove the Rampart of Deities because I don't think that's really doing that much either. People have been saying that we should switch the Asgardian Aegis for the Staticist belt. So let's go ahead and craft that. It's Tiger Climbing gear. And then we need to upgrade it to Master Ninja gear, which we've got all the other stuff for. And then from there, we should be able to craft the belt. That's just Frog Leg, Purified Gel, Core of Ellium, and Master Ninja gear. The really good thing about the Staticist Ninja belt is that we can dodge attacks in addition to doing our dashes. So yeah, lots of decisions when it comes to accessories in the end game, especially for a rogue, because we just have so many options. Another thing that we can get right now is actually a really powerful potion. It's called the Draconic Elixir, and we can buy that from the AlchemistNPC. So I just bought 30, and this is one of the best potions in the game. So what this does is it increases wing flight time, speed, and defense. It also gives us a bonus to our Godslayer revival, but it says that if you trigger this, you can't drink it again for 60 seconds, and you gain 30 seconds of potion sickness. This used to be a lot more OP, but they've nerfed it, which I think is quite good because it was a little bit too crazy back in the day. So now let's go ahead and start up the Yarn boss fight. We've got a lot of new powerful items, so this is going to be a lot easier, I think. You can see we're already doing much better against this boss. So much extra damage. Plus we're getting hearts at the bottom of the arena from the Auric Tesla armor set, which is so nice. That added self-heal is really helpful. Well, we already got to 10%, so that's very good. I'm just gonna dodge all these big fireballs. Oh yeah, we just did so much damage there. And there we go, dodge that attack. No problem. And we've almost got him here. Let's go ahead and activate Rage and finish him off. And now we can craft a whole bunch more of these. Fortunately, we actually had enough ingredients to craft 52 now. The first thing I definitely want to get are the Celestial Tracers. So let's go ahead and put our normal tracers in our storage, and then we can craft the final tracers, the best wings in the game. We also get some bonuses to survivability when we get hit with damage over 200, so that's pretty sweet. The next thing I want to craft is the Eye of Extinction. This is the summon for Supreme Calamitas. It's just the upgrade to the Eye of Desolation with 5 Auric Tesla bars. There we go. After this long journey, we are now able to summon Supreme Calamitas. And another thing we can craft is the Supernova. That's the upgrade to the Totality Breaker, Ballistic Poison Bomb, Shock Grenades, Penumbra, the Star of Destruction, and the Sealed Singularity. It's pretty awesome that we were easily able to craft the Celestus and the Supernova because we've gotten almost every single rogue weapon in the game. So there we go, we've got the Supernova as well. And I think the last item we can craft with Auric Tesla is this Plasma Grenade. This is pretty simple to craft, just Mysterious Circuitry, Dubious Plating, and 1 Auric Tesla bar. There we go. There's actually another item that I wanted to craft. It was a recommendation from somebody a while back, and it's the upgrade to the Celestial Jewel. And the next part of the recipe combines the Celestial Jewel with the Astral Bulwark and the Arcanium of the Void, which you get from the Ceaseless Void. This is an interesting item, but I've never really used it, but it does have some really cool effects against Supreme Calamitas because you have a 5% chance to reflect projectiles when they hit you. And then if that happens, you get healed for the projectile's damage, and it boosts life regen while under the effects of a damage debuff. So it has a lot of really beneficial effects for the Supreme Calamitas fight, and I'm interested to try it out. So here is our arena that I built for Supreme Calamitas. It's a big arena that's the perfect size for this battle because when you spawn Supreme Calamitas, it will create a little perimeter. And in death mode, the perimeter is kind of small, so this is the size of the arena. So let's go ahead and start this up and see how it goes. It's actually been a little bit of time since I've done Supreme Calamitas, so I'm probably going to be a tad bit rusty. It's probably been like, I don't know, a few weeks since I haven't really done many showcases recently. But the fight hasn't changed too much. We're already taking some damage, which isn't good. I thought we could do damage to Supreme Calamitas. I think we've got one orb somewhere. There we go. Okay, well, we took a lot of damage in that first phase, but we can recover from that. Oh my gosh, I am so rusty. This is bad. Well, at least we got to the second phase. Oh no, we died at 57%. Oh my gosh, I remember on the Magnus series, we did it our first try and it was so epic, but that's definitely not happening this series. Well, I think we are going to have a little bit of a harder time than I was thinking. Like I said, I think that Supreme Calamitas has actually gotten a little bit more tricky over the last year or so that I've been playing Calamity a lot. Because I remember in the End of the Archer series with the Draconic Elixir, with the way it was so easy and it was so fun to do Supreme Calamitas that quickly. I think I did Supreme Calamitas on my first try with End of the Archer as well. With Raiden the Rogue, it's going to be much more difficult, I think. Although that was a really good start to this fight. Pretty happy about that. There we go. We got Supreme Calamitas. I can't believe it. And her final words. There we go. Goodbye, Supreme Calamitas. I will be taking all this loot. Thank you very much. We've got the Calamitas lore. We've got 33 Calamitas essence. We've got a baby Leviathan pet. Oh, that's cute. And we've got the Triactis' true Paladinian Mage-Hammer of Might, but it rolled as the melee variant, but still quite a cool weapon. And of course we got the Veminance Staff because we did that on Death Mode. That's the Revengeance Mode drop. And I cannot believe it. We did it. It didn't take that many attempts. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Supreme Calamitas has been defeated. Raiden is free. Free to be as evil as he wants and to rule. Okay, let's head back to base and craft some good stuff. And as you can see, the combination of the Calamitas essence that we just got from Supreme Calamitas and Auric Tesla bars allow us to craft shadowspec bars. So let's go ahead and craft a full stack of these. We've got 33, and let's see all the different things we can craft with them. So for the rogue class, we've got 4 different weapons that we can choose from. The first is the Nanoblack Reaper, which is one of the best weapons in the game in my opinion. And we could do the Illustrious Knives, which are the upgrade to the Empyrean Knives. We could do the Scarlet Devil, which is the upgrade to the Infernal Spear. And we can do the Triactis' true Paladinian Mage-Hammer of Might. So let's go ahead and craft all of these. I think we've got everything we need for them. So the first item I want to craft is the Nanoblack Reaper, but to do that we need the Essence Flare. And that's just the combination of Cosmolite and Nightmare Fuel, or Endothermic Energy. Although we don't have enough Cosmolite, so let's really quickly go grab some of that right now. Oh, we can also put on Fabsoul's Vodka, and that will give us the Fabsoul mount. And having the Fabsoul mount right here is actually quite helpful when we fight the Devourer of Gods during the boss rush. And now we can do the Essence Flare. The other thing we need to craft is the Soul Harvester, and that's just the upgrade to the Death Sickle. All you need is Curse Flames and Plague Cell canisters. So that's another easy one to craft. And I think now the only thing we're missing are nanites to craft the Nanoblack Reaper. And that's just an easy thing. We can buy those right here. And oh my goodness, we can craft the Nanoblack Reaper. It is such a powerful weapon. It's probably one of the top 5 weapons in the game in my opinion. This is such a cool weapon. It homes in and it just does crazy good damage. So next let's craft the Scarlet Devil. I think we got everything for that already. That's just the upgrade to the Infernal Spear from Yaren Phase 1. And then we just need Bloodstone Cores, Souls of Night, and Shadowspec. Excellent. And that's another insanely good weapon. And the next thing we can craft is the Mage-Hammer of Might, and we've already got everything we need for it because it's just the upgrade to the Galaxy Smasher with Souls of Might and Shadowspec. So there's that one. And this is such a cool one. It's like a huge Paladin's Hammer. And the last rogue weapon that we can craft are the Illustrious Knives. And here they are. The upgrade to the Empyrean Knives with Cores of Calamity and Shadowspec bars. And here we go, all of the best weapons for a rogue. They looking so good. The Mage-Hammer, the Illustrious Knives. I definitely want to show you guys what these do on a target dummy really quickly and just show you the damage these are capable of doing. So you can see right here, we're doing 700, 800, 900,000 damage really easily. And even if we're missing, you can see we're still doing a ton of damage, like 250,000, but it definitely does a lot more damage if we land those hits. And then with the Scarlet Devil, you can see we're doing like 500,000, 600,000, and if we miss these, it homes in and can do a ton of damage as well, like 350. And then with the Mage-Hammer of Might, it's just a simple infinite piercing weapon that does like 400,000 damage, really good. Crazy good for like invasions and stuff. And the Illustrious Knives also do like 450, 480,000 damage, but these do some really good self-healing. So definitely quite a good thing to have in case you need to get your health back. And before we finish off this episode, I just want to show you how incredibly powerful these weapons are. Here's the Moon Lord, and let's just see how fast we can defeat him. Insane. Like instantly kill the Moon Lord, and let's summon the Devourer of Gods. We just gotta make sure we don't get hit by the head. Oh my gosh, this is so laggy. And here we go. Let's go ahead and finish off the Devourer of Gods. That was pretty simple right there. It was starting to get a little bit laggy, but still quite fun. And let's see how this one does. Since it's got so much piercing, I bet it'll do pretty well. Oh my goodness, even on the body it's doing crazy damage. We're defeating the Devourer of Gods so quickly now. Well, I think that's a great place to end this episode. We've defeated Supreme Calamitas. We've unlocked all of the best weapons in the game. There are still a few more things to do in this series. I want to do the boss rush next episode, probably fight Supreme Calamitas again. Thank you all so much for tuning into this playthrough. It's been so much fun. And definitely like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this series, because we're going to be doing lots more series like this in the future. The next series is actually going to be coming up soon. It's going to be a Druid playthrough on the mod of Redemption, so definitely keep a lookout for that. It's going to be a ton of fun. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.